Hey, what's up guys? It's Alanis here, and today I want to talk about this. This is the G Pro X Superlight 2. I recently got this, and by recently I mean about 3 to 4 months ago, and I am just now finally making this video. Consistency. Consistency. Oh yeah. Anyways, I wanted to talk about this mouse because it is genuinely probably the best mouse that I've ever used, but it does come at a high cost. So first things first, let's just listen to how this mouse sounds, because I think this is definitely the best sounding rendition of the G Pro or the Superlight series in general. Yeah, so I don't know if you could hear the scroll wheel in the middle there, but it is quite a nice sounding mouse. As much as that doesn't matter to some people, that does matter to me. So, as usual, there's a little puck on the bottom for their wireless charging mouse pad. Since we're looking at the bottom of the mouse, might as well talk about the skates, and this is one of my few complaints about this mouse. I do think they have some high quality material here, but it is very thin. Maybe that has some advantage, but typically I just go ahead and buy aftermarket skates, and that's what I'll be doing for this as well now that I have posted this review. And I'll be trying out probably Superglides, but typically on my Logitech mice, I just go ahead and replace those skates right off the bat. This time, I just gave them a go. They're pretty good. They're just very thin. Very, very thin. So when I bought this mouse, I actually did not have the 4K pulling rate. It was pre them just dropping that out of nowhere. I assumed it would get 4K pulling rate, just to be honest with you. I thought that they would just drop it and they'd make like a big deal of it, but they didn't even make a big deal of it. So when I got this mouse, it had 2K pulling rate, and I was a little bit disappointed in that. I was obviously hoping that Logitech, being as large of a company as they are, would just go ahead and compete right off the bat, but I guess they may have had some issues running 4K pulling rate on some computers. They dropped it a little later on, and it was a nice surprise, to be totally honest with you, because I had found myself using my Death Adder quite a bit because of the 4K pulling rate. Turns out to be something that I greatly underestimated. I thought the pulling rate thing was going to be kind of not the greatest deal of all time, and it actually turns out to make a noticeable difference in your aim. But when it comes right down to it, this mouse is $160. Of course, I went ahead and found one on eBay for $120, and that's what I paid for this one. It was brand new in the box. You can see the box is right here. I found it on eBay because it was a little bit crunched, the box anyways. And yeah, you can kind of see there's some damage on it, and I guess that's why they were selling it so cheap. It was sealed and wrapped and everything. I don't really have a whole lot to say about this mouse other than I think it's probably the best mouse I've ever used. The Death Adder V3 is a close second, and the thing that makes it a second for me mainly is the fact that this panel here on the side, it actually does feel a little bit loose, and that's very disappointing to me. And actually on the other side as well, it's not nearly as solid as the G Pro. There's nothing you can hear. There's no physical creaking that you can hear, but you can feel the movement in this shell. It's just a little bit less solid feeling than the Superlight 2. Weight-wise, I mean, there is a slight difference as well. In reality, I would use the Death Adder V3 probably exclusively just because I have huge hands, if it wasn't for the fact that it just doesn't feel as high quality and solid as the G Pro Superlight 2. So I would say if you're going to buy this mouse and you're comfortable buying stuff on eBay, new, just for a discount, depending on certain circumstances, this mouse comes with the 4K pulling rate in the box. The Death Adder V3, this thing you have to actually go ahead and buy an accessory on top of the original mouse, which is fairly disappointing to me as well. So I think the G Pro pulls out the win just a little bit here in my books, just for some general like sales practices and stuff. And that shell, man, that really gets me. But in reality, between the Death Adder V3 and the G Pro Superlight 2 here, and also the mini version of the V3 just released. These are probably some of your best mice that you'll be able to find on the market right now. Now, if you're looking for a Minecraft mouse, I still highly recommend the Glorious Model D wireless. I do believe their new Model D2 wireless will also double click. I'm not 100% certain on that, so you'll want to check that before you go ahead and buy that. But this mouse still ranks at the top of my list for Minecraft mice. This was really the first mouse that was actually good from Glorious, in my opinion. And yeah, I really do think this is probably their best mouse. I've had mine for a couple of years now, and unfortunately the left click just started double clicking when I single click, and that is disappointing because I did use this mouse on a regular basis, but that makes it kind of unusable in certain circumstances and more annoying than it is helpful when it comes to Minecraft PvP. With that, I really do hope you guys enjoyed this review. I know I don't post very often lately. The last couple years has been pretty interesting for me, so I'm just getting back into having the free time and free money to go ahead and make these videos again. I really do appreciate you all watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. And with that, I hope you guys have a great day.